Yes, 911. Hey, how are you doing? I like to call either a welfare check or something. My neighbor, blown out Betty, is out. She's on one, and it's starting to frighten me a little bit. Um, no, well, what's happening is, I mean, I keep hearing these really loud rants, and she's jelly again, and she's big mad once again. I keep hearing these rants about Jonathan and Dolly. These were some guys that she was banging. We used to see the cars in and out all the time. They obviously didn't, they side pieced her. And she's just very bitter about it, big jelly. And the thing is, the last time the rant came, I peeked through the blinds, and the vein in her neck was about as thick as a broomstick. I was literally afraid that it was going to burst. I'm kind of hoping that it would, so I wouldn't have to do this ever again with you guys. But it's getting a little concerning, and the kids are starting to get scared. No, I haven't seen the bullhorn in some time now. No. Description? Yeah, I'll take a wing at it. Really bad, really shitty hair. It just think like a bad hair day, like every day. Your average Karen, can I have the manager in Walmart? About 5'2", wide open cooter. Yeah. Well, it's getting alarming because it's progressively getting worse. I mean, it's every 10 minutes. There's been a couple times where I believe she's karate chopped the wall, and my son did see her. She drop kicked the wall. Well, one with JLR, and then the latest episode with Dolly. I haven't seen them, so no, they're not around either. She's just really mad, really mad, and it's everybody can see it. Everybody can see it. It's bad. We would appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
She's a itty bitty spider with a itty bitty lighter and a string jacket round her waist. When she gets to bite, you better run, you better hide, better pray that you're not worth the chase. Yeah, she might be pretty, but I promise it gets scary. Once she wants you daddy and she finds out where you live. Creeping in the shadows, eating poisoned apples. She's nothing like you ever seen. Her mood goes up and down and round, and ain't no telling what she might do next. Cause she's a itty bitty spider with a itty bitty lighter, and she might just come for you. Should always sleep with one eye open. You better keep in mind to always look over your shoulder. Cause when you think you're safe, just stay awake. She's moving closer. Cause she's an itty bitty spider with an itty bitty lighter, and she might just come for you. She's a snake crawling, creeping on the floor. If you give her time of day, baby, that's your first mistake. She will swallow you whole, for you know you're controlled by a sweetheart criminal. Never thought that she's a itty bitty spider with an itty bitty lighter. You should always sleep with one eye open. You better keep in mind to always look over your shoulder. Cause when you think you're safe, just stay awake. She's moving closer. Cause she's an itty bitty spider with an itty bitty lighter, and she might just come for.
What's happening, everybody? What's happening? Captain Ganja. What's happening? Brenda K. Celia. She said, YouTube sucks. Okay. I mean, you could always log off. Sweet cheeks. And classless 2 hours a week. She says, hello, everyone. New here, but enjoyed yesterday from the bushes. So I thought I'd stop by and say hello. Well, howdy doody, baby. Come on in. DB, howdy. Boy, oh boy. I had to jump on last night because old Smiley over there with her drawn on eyebrows. Bless her heart. Bless it. We just get better with age, don't we? We just get better with age, don't we? Bless her little heart. She does try, though, doesn't she? And sometimes when we make a mistake, we just got to come back on here and we got to say, you know what? Yep, did it again, folks. Made a mistake. That's all you got to say in this world. You know, it takes a hell of a person to get up here and say something and then say, well, kind of jack that one up, y'all. I mean, because at the end of the day, we are human, but I guess she tries. Bless her little heart. Bless her picking heart. And then somebody decided that they are going to get up on somebody's panel, and I don't know who, and I don't know where, because I mean, I'm in these streets hard sometimes, but yesterday I didn't ravage and rummage through the alleys and byways. Okay, I was out of my house doing real life stuff, and apparently somebody went on somebody's panel and decided to spread some false information on myself. Oh, I was like, what? Say what? So I had to drop by Queen Bee's channel today and jump on panel. I had to panel jump today. I said, it's too damn early for me to be jumping around and carrying on. Shit, I've only had a half a cup of coffee. Hell, they said that I said. Now, whenever that starts out like that, we know it's some bullshit. They said that I said that I was going to Tennessee to see Queen Bee because she was going to be there. Now, I have never said that I was going anywhere to see Queen Bee. Now, what I did say, I want to make this perfectly clear for everybody that needs to clean their ears. I said during my vacation to the Chicagoland area this August, if I happened to be there on the 16th, I was going to cruise my ass over to the county that the court hearing between Bullhorn Betty and Queen Bee was taking place and be a bystander. I wasn't saying that I was, going to run up in that bitch with pom-poms and a cheerleading outfit on for Queen Bee. I never once said I was running with my cheerleading outfit on for BHB. I said that I wanted to go in there and see what happened and take notes to the best of my ability. Okay? I am not against Queen Bee. I'm not a big supporter of Queen Bee. However, I have followed this case for a year or plus when it is talked about on the channel called Burnt Toast. Okay? And I also, in my heart, believe that this case is going to set a standard, possibly, maybe, I could be wrong, in the way other content creators may be held accountable in the future court actions. You know what I mean? So I would like to see how the judge is going to go forth with this. And if I happen to be in the area on a vacation, why would I not stop by for like a 20-minute court case? You know what I mean? Anyway, so I have to make myself perfectly freaking clear, I guess. So I went up there and I talked with Queen Bee, okay, and said, listen, the information that you got is not factual, but I would like to clear the air. Not that what I say makes a damn rat's ass to anyone anyway, but no. I said Illinois, not Tennessee. And she kindly asked me not to do that. And I said, I will say publicly, if you're asking me not because it could hurt your case, I will not attend. I will not go. If you believe that it could possibly hurt your case, or BHB's case, I don't give a damn. See, I have not a damn thing invested in it, but some time that I've been listening to it. You know what I mean? I don't want to flaw a case if they think that, either way would assume that I'm trying to do anything to it. So therefore, I have no intentions now. So I want to make that clear to the audience that came over thinking that now they get to see something on the 16th. I was 100% sure going to go and be a bystander, record the courthouse. If I catch BHB walking in, you damn right I was going to record her ass. Was I going to approach her in a negative way? Nope. Was I going to go in the courtroom and write down my viewpoint? Yeah. That's why Emma says, can I get a press pass underneath my name today? Can I get a press pass? Well, apparently I can't get a press pass. I've been asked to not to go. And do I want to open up that can of worms on the YouTube streets? Not really, because it doesn't really mean a lot to me to do it. I thought if I was in the area, yeah, I'll do it. Am I intimidated by Queen Bee? Not what so freaking ever. Don't give a damn. It's public space. I can go if I want. But does it mean that much to me? No. Do I want to hinder a case? Could it? No. But could they spin it to where, If one of them loses, it could be my fault potentially because there was a YouTuber there that caused some shit. So, you ain't gonna blame that shit on me, bro. Either one of you motherfuckers lose, it ain't my fault. You feel me? I'm just saying. How could it possibly hurt? Because having someone watch, not buying it. Hey, that's what I was asked. And I said, and I'm a person that'll keep my word. If I give you my word, it's like bond. You know what I mean? Like I'm from that old school type shit. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do my damnedest to fulfill that commitment. You know what I mean? Because that's how I've lived my life, and YouTube ain't going to change me on that. You know what I mean? I don't need views and subs like that. I do this for some fun. I make a little change. If I do, that's great. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. And I ain't going to lie about it. If I do make some change, I'm going to enjoy that shit. Okay. But I'm not going to make up some shit. And then, you know what I mean? So I don't know what to tell you. Does YouTube pay my bills? Hell to the no. I mean, if y'all really seen what people make, it ain't nothing. Okay. All right. It's just, unless I guess if you make a bunch of bullshit up, you probably could. I don't really know because it doesn't pay my bills. So anyway, I thought I'd clean the air like that. I'd just, do a little wash down this morning, do some housekeeping. Okay. But on another note, I don't want to talk about, these YouTube streets and myself. Okay. Now I was like, what in the hell did Smiley do last night? Okay. What in the hell? Oh, wait a second. What did this say? Oh, yeah. No, I know what you're saying, Wanderer. I don't want to skip over your comment. Yeah, it's on QB. I was on her panel. You can clearly listen to her. I had all intentions on going. You can go to I don't even know what the timestamp was, but you know how long their videos is. It was like at least an hour in. I should have probably wrote down the timestamp for verification. I didn't, because at the end of the day, didn't really mean that much to me. It wasn't like my heart's broken or now my whole vacation's off because I was asked not to attend. No, my life doesn't evolve around Queen Bee's case. Okay, I'm just saying. But I will do what was kindly asked of me. And now if I was threatened or if I was, if you do this, then we may be looking at a different angle because at the end of the day, I can go wherever the hell I want to go. But since I was and they said, I appreciate you not doing that. So it was kosher. It was cool. So if someone wants to twist my words now, everything's recorded. Okay. I'm not have any intentions on taking this live down. Don't start no shit. Won't be no shit. You dig? Yes, you missed something, Mama Bear. Hi, Mama Bear. It's good to see you, sweetheart. It says, I'm pretty new, but love listening to you, Lady K. You remind me a lot of one of my favorite YouTubers. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Mother McReady. Man, they got Mama Bear. They trying to drag me up and down Queen Bee's channel. They had to jump up, had a half a cup of coffee, girl. And they said that I said, and when it starts like, well, they said what I said, wow. Okay, here we go. Anyways, long story short, they had mentioned that I was going to Tennessee because Queen Bee was going to be there. That's not at all what I said. But I was going to go to the court on the 16th of August because I was going to be in the Chicagoland area, which is only like 2.5 hours away from the court date. Right. But I was asked not to go in case it would do something to the court case. And I will oblige by that. Okay. I really wanted to go just because I wanted to see the facial expressions, okay, of the judge. It had nothing to do with supporting BHB or Queen Bee. Nothing to do with that. Okay. But Grandma's Place, well, thank you for coming. Don't work too hard now, but thanks for listening. But I'm going to skip over to, the real deal, the real stuff over here that's really going on, because it won't be the first time someone tries to bring my name up, and it won't be the last, and that's fine. But like I said, I am a person of my word, and I will not do anything to hurt a case in the court system. That's not my intentions, and it was never my intentions. So, no. Anyway, So Smiley decided to jump on last night and really put out some false information. Hey, little Irish girl, good to see you, honey. And she has yet to like come out and make a statement. In her comments, I was reading the comments people were leaving her and letting her know, hey, yo, that's not good information. Well, thank you. So I have Mother McReady was on there. I heard you talking with her, Queen Bee. You were very nice and very accommodating. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's not about me, Mother McReady. You know what I mean? That's her situation that her and Bullhorn Betty has. I can want in one hand and shit in the other. You know what I mean? And see which one fills up fastest. It's not about me. I happened to was going to be in the area. I thought, yeah, I'm going to swing by, take some notes. You know, the way I view things, maybe not the way that the court's going to write it down. You know what I mean? So I thought it would be very entertaining to bring back to my audience, but I don't want to interfere with anything legal. That's not my style. Anyway, but thank you for, being a witness to my statement, baby. Anyways, it says, I don't understand why she would think you speculating would affect her case. That's silly. Who cares if you go? That just seems strange. Yeah, and she had mentioned that a lot of other people would want to go to be supportive of her. That wasn't my intentions. I was literally going to wear like a whole Inspector Gadget uniform with a hat, press badge, all this stuff, right? And not for a cheerleader for either one. Because at the end of the day, it's not my shit. I just want to listen. Yeah, Smiley did jump the gun and forgot her eyebrows too. Oh, forgot an eyebrow? I didn't even see that. I just listened to the little fuckery she was talking about. And I'm like, Smiley. So I'm going to play a little bit. I did a little bit of a live last night because someone contacted me in the my messages there on my live that I did before. They're like, hey, did you blah blah blah? And I was like, no, I didn't. Like, see, I haven't been home like for like 6-7 hours. I don't know what the hell's going on. So they're like, yeah, is it true? And I'm like, I don't know, honey. I don't really investigate into cases until I hear some messy shit, and then I go try to find it for myself and then try to debunk it if it sounds hokey pokey to me, because false information isn't the way that things need to be shared. So anyways, I'm going to pull her up here. Let me share it with y'all. Yeah, I'm not really too worried about it, but I'm like, I can't, but I'll be honest with you. Someone has went over in her chat, in Queen Bee's chat before, and said something that they must interpret that I said incorrect. They interpret it back to her incorrectly. And Queen Bee has made a pretty snarky comment back about me. And I don't give two flying shits, because at the end of the day, I don't know you. You don't know me. We're not, over here freaking splitting a croissant and having tea every day. So apparently we don't know each other. So it doesn't really care. But she kind of said a snarky comment back about me. And I don't give a damn. There's no hard feelings with me and Queen Bee. I just don't know you well enough to give a shit. I mean, if that sounds rude, well, grow the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say. I don't not like her. I just don't know her. You know what I mean? Okay. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like an asshole. Take it what you want. Okay, make sure you guys can see this. Yeah, and that's what I found too. And I never came back out and tried to clear the air, because at the end of the day, it didn't mean anything to me, Mama Bear, because I knew it was somebody that misinterpreted what I said. Because and everything, if Queen Bee really cared what I said, she would have went back and found it in my live and then come to me for it. You know what I mean? And because it wasn't a big deal. But the way she responded back to the person in the chat was kind of shitty, because I'd be like, hey, you need to take that up with her. But that's how I carry myself. Not everybody does. You know what I mean? That's not how everybody, and I'm not saying that they have to carry themselves any damn type of way. I don't give a shit. But when it comes to missing kids, you got to put the right information out. Says, I think you should go since you're are a creator as well, like you say, you want to know how it will pan out for other creators. And that's the truth. I really think that this is going to set a bar, and it's going to be used in other situations in front of a court if some other creator gets sued. And I really think this is going to set a assessment to it. And that's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong. I don't know. Right? If you don't know me, then you can't offend me, right? I mean, I don't know her. Now with me and my friend, like my real life friend, if something was, I'd be like, girl, what'd you say that for? Because I am a person, like, I don't avoid a situation like today. I don't avoid a situation because I don't come out here and be like, I'm going to stir the pot because I want to start some shit. I know that's not my personality. So I like to talk shit, but to intentionally make up a false allegation about somebody, I know my personality and I know me, not worried about it. But if it was my real friend, my real life friend, no, I'll be like, hey, heifer, what the hell's wrong with you? You should have called me and asked me about that instead of made an asshole remark. Right? Too old, lived too long. So now this lady here, she's been in this world for a long time too, honey. And she needs, in my opinion, to come back up and restate what she said. She's like, people need to get over it. That. No, honey, because what you said is wrong. So we'll back up here just a little bit and listen to what she said. You guys may have already.
How about fell over? I about fell over. I said, holy Batman. So I got to thinking about it. Hey, Holly, thank you, honey. And I'll put this up. So I got to thinking about it. And I thought, yes, Sarah.
To answer your question, I know a lot of people in the state of Illinois. That could be a possibility. And then I can go on live that say, I am not at that courthouse. Now, I can't guarantee someone else isn't at that courthouse that has no idea who the queen bee is and who the BHB is, right? Now, that, my friend, could be a possibility. And they would probably do it just because they'd be like, just do it. I'll buy you lunch. Okay? It's just odd that she doesn't want people to go since they're both so publicly vocal about their court case. I know it. I could have just said, no. But it's not. I think that if I want, I'm not going to give you guys an answer. Right now, I have to think about it, right? Because every time you make a decision, then there's going to be a reaction to that decision, right? So I won't go because I keep my word. I will not go. But I do have a lot of friends and family in the area, not that area, but in, the state of Illinois. And I just may have someone else that has no idea about this because they don't do YouTube. Go in and just take notes, simple notes. And then, be like, well, that's what, I'll have to think about it. I can't say that I will. I'll think about that. But that's a great idea, Mother McReady. Thank you for that, sweetheart. Okay, let's continue on with Smiley.
So I thought, Katie Proudfoot's got a warrant and it's active. They're not telling us for what. It's got an ex parte as of July 26, 2024. And I know all this stuff's going on with Bullhorn Betty and all that, and she don't think that has anything. But, okay, we're going to get this straight because me and my friend went over this. But I called. Bullhorn Betty don't have a warrant on her, honey. Bullhorn Betty just has a summons to.
Reason why is because they spelled her name incorrectly. So it's spelled under Andrea. They spelled her name Andrea incorrectly. So that's why she couldn't find it.
To go to court. She hadn't been served yet. From what I'm understanding, unless she's been served, this has. Now, let me tell you, like I told my friend, Even if Katie or Chris got this out on y'all, please use some common sense. Even if Katie or Chris got whatever they got out on Bullhorn Betty, Katie wouldn't have a warrant on her ass, okay? That would be like me getting Benny in court. They would not put a warrant out on me. It makes no sense. A warrant is for something else, okay? This has nothing, not one to do with the.
So as you guys can see, it has the exact same kind of information that Bullhorn Betty's information had. I mean, put it together, you know? So that's why I'm like, wow, you're not real. You're not, I mean, I get it. Sometimes it takes us older folks a little bit to catch up. I don't think we're in the same age bracket. You probably are a little older than me. I'm just going by sheer appearance, and there's nothing wrong with that. My friends range from 18 all the way to 85, baby. Okay, I'm just assuming, but I know some days I ought to be like, now what? Now let me think about this real quick here. Okay, I get it, but before we jump, we got to sit. Before we run, we got to walk. Okay, I mean that's just you know this, man.
Other. Okay. So let's leave Bullhorn Betty out of this. So I said, damn, it's after 5 o'clock where I call. My friend said, just call. So I did. So one is over criminal warrants. I forgot which one, Michael. And I thought they said the other one was Brandon. Not Carter, somebody else over the criminal warrants. One's over criminal, one's over civil. So my friend's like, go ahead and call because it's public. Recent calls. All right.
And she then goes on to show that she called blah, blah, blah. And to answer my title, yes. And the reason why I put that in this is because what Bullhorn Betty said this morning. So we can jump over there right now if you guys want, because Bullhorn Betty said that they didn't deserve their military benefits for serving in the military. And I think that was very disrespectful to say. Okay, that was rude as shit. And hey, Remy, good to see you. And she actually said that shit out of her mouth. Actually, whenever I was watching her, I was kind of like, I felt my jaw like, what? You know, you do one of those. I was like, what? I said, come on now, Bets. Whew, not good. Said the Proudfoot's parenting techniques have nothing to do with their military benefits plan, and simple in fact, because I'm military as well. Exactly. It has nothing to do with anything else. They did what they did in the military. They served and they fulfilled their commitment to the military. And that has nothing to do with how they live their life. Period. That's just my opinion. Okay. Marie says they serve this country. BHB preaches about her rights. Who does she think protects those rights? She's very classless and she doesn't think before she speaks. So we're just going to jump over there because this right here, everyone pretty much knows about it. And it's really dumb. Everyone knows that she needs to go back and redo this, right? Everyone agrees that he is from a military family. Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear this shit. I'm like, girl, if you don't stop. That really shocked me today when she said that, to be honest with you. I'm not even joking. And I think I have the time. I wrote the timestamp down because I didn't want to have to watch the whole Bullhorn Betty show today, because I'm like, I try to fast as I can maintain to listen, because I can't handle her. It's like, no. So I'm pretty sure that it was timestamp 25 and 46. So we'll see here, guys. We'll go to like 23. Let me share it. It floored me. I was like, say what now?
That they're Navy. They're Navy. You know, many people don't realize. Well, many people do realize because you guys watch my channel. I'm from a military family too. I love
Yep, this is it. Let me see how fast I have it. So, okay. We'll slow it down so we can hear it really good.
the military, but they are absolutely trash. They should not have any benefits from our military. Our military are of good men and
Oh,
women.
there you go. Let's back it up.
Arrested for pulling in my driveway. My neighbor watched me pull in from work. Liar foots. Because what they did is a crime, and they caused me damages because of it. But if it's her, she's proving her guilt even more. If she's not guilty, why would anybody want to stop anybody from? Because they never wanted to spread awareness. They only wanted to appear to have spread awareness. They never wanted this case to get this big. They just wanted this boy to be classified as a runaway and start getting dust on the file. That's what they wanted for this case. The problem is their story doesn't make sense, and it's constantly forever changing. And then we find the Bower Sox freaking vehicle out front of their house at 3:30 in the morning. Allegedly, the Bower Sox vehicle. It surely looks
Well,
like
looky there, Betty. You learn how to say allegedly, and in your opinion, I'll be damned. Congratulations. Betty's vocabulary has expanded.
From the silhouette that matches up with a QX80. But again, as I stated before, this is my opinion, and it's a non-scientific rendering of their car in a simple overlay over the halo of the vehicle. And it seems to be a perfect match. So no matter how you look at it, it's still my opinion and that I'm entitled to have here in America. You know, it's so funny that
allegedly and opinion within 2 minutes. Hot damn.
They're Navy. They're Navy. You know, many people don't realize. Well, many people do realize because you guys watch my channel. I'm from a military family too. I love the military, but they are absolutely trash. They should not have any benefits from our military. Our military are of good men and women, and they make our military look like crap. And I hope when push comes to shove, she loses all of her benefits from the military for this. She can't stand it.
There you go. The bet said it. Now, is that not something to say about someone that has served the military, dedicated a lot of their life to the military, because they have not been found guilty of any damn thing? And now you want to talk about the military service? To me, that blows my freaking mind. Like, blows my freaking mind. And you always stand on it. This is my God-given right. Who do you think makes sure that we have rights? Have you lost your rabbit ass mind, girl? Right? I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. I agree. No matter what, I think that they've done, even if they're found guilty, that still, I know that they should not, no one should hurt their children. Okay. But at the end of the day, what they've earned is what they earned. So every person, if they're a millionaire and if they commit a crime, take their money too. If they get, you know, we can go all the way with this bullhorn, Betty. You don't sound real smart here. Yep, she's playing with fire. She's playing with fire. BHB is constantly accusing them and forgets that they're innocent until proven guilty. I agree. They are. Everyone, even Seth's innocent. You know, everyone says Seth this, Seth that. I don't know if anybody has taken this child out of their home. He may have walked out. He may have been lured out by someone on the internet. No one knows. I have no idea. But I know that he's still missing. I do know that's still a fact. That's the only fact that I can tell you. But for her to get on here and say that these people need to have their military benefits stripping from them because she thinks in her mind, that's bogus as shit for her to say that. Yeah, I don't know who the neighbor was. I don't know. No, the judge will have to order her to talk about KP, or RO doesn't automatically prevent her from speaking about the person unless it's court ordered. And to my assumption, she hasn't been served anything yet. What upsets me about BHB is that she does not think that others are allowed the same rights as other U.S. citizens. She is not the judge. Jury etiquette. These people are still innocent currently. And that's the thing. She thinks that only the rights are given to her only, unless you're on her side. But if you even go against anything she has to say, then you don't have the same rights. Period. Blowhole Batty is about to get a piece of my mind because I've had it with the shit she's been saying and doing lately. It's not going to be a good thing or nice when I do, 100% guarantee. I understand, and people have a right to have their opinion about the things that she says because she thinks that she has the right to have her opinion about what people say. Wow, ain't that some ignorant crap to say? It is. Hi, Granny's watching. Good to see you. I watch your channel. Thanks for stopping by. Payload, right? This is all CP egging KP on using the court system like CP does to his ex-wife, constantly bringing Nina to court. I'm glad CP is getting a taste of his own medicine. Betty is rowdy and outspoken. She can do whatever Betty thinks is right, but the laws do apply to everyone, not just one person. If you're a BHB fan, you might have came into the wrong area. Just saying, you're more than welcome to stay, but I will not allow you to defend these actions in my chat. If you're going to defend these actions in my chat, I have a moderator in here, and she will kindly open the door and kick you in your ass on the way out. That respectfully, with my God-given right to say so. Thank you. Oh my God. Hey there. I'm so glad to catch live. I'm glad you're here too. Keep puffing the vape, Betty. Yep. And wonders why she was served, right? Her brain is on crazy. I know. And you know what? I think she's needing to get some sleep. She looks like she's been up most of the night. This woman has lost her marbles. I believe so. Though Betty isn't smart at all. A garden slug has a higher IQ than Betty. I have told her that, and she said that applies in court, right? Did you happen to see White Boy did a fun? Yes, I played it at the beginning of this because I had to, because that was absolutely the best about calling 911. I didn't do the smiley one, but I didn't show White Boy's face or anything. I just played the, the audio. Betty abuses the system more than anyone. Absolutely, she does. I mean, we've seen that over the year. We have seen that over the year. She will just keep filing. And this right here, since she's not in control of the situation, it's not her filing. It's driving her absolutely insane. Betty has an issue of being in control of everything in her mind. Okay. If she's not in control of it, then it's not right. And it's not I mean, she has to backtrack a little bit, like, it looks like she's trying with her own words. But you can't harass people and attack victims. The road rage. Yeah, I mean, she's kind of using different verbiage, in my opinion, today. So, right. I think that man might have been lost. And if she wasn't, I apologize. But you might have stumbled into the other side of the tracks over here. Just saying. Get her, mod, get her, right? I think Mama Bear is still in here. If not, I can mod somebody else up. Whoever wants to mod, let me know. I can do that very quickly. My other mod walked in the door. Uncle Guido. That's how he pops up. Just popped up. She's already said she's going to raise funds for. I know. I said no, she didn't. She said we all did it. They did it for Queen Bee. So I'm going to get in contact with a lawyer, and then we'll just start a GoFundMe. Okay, so that makes you better than Queen Bee because you constantly said, "Look what they did. I want to know how much money they raised. I want access to that money." But, girl, are you crazy? I'm like, what? Oh my gosh. And what about when she said she was going to disguise herself and wear a wig so nobody would know it was her? That's a little scary, right? Little Irish girl, I got a kick out of the eyebrow. I know. I was like, white boy, I mean, you look kind of cool with the, eyebrows. I thought that was funny, but I know that him and Smiley have been going at it for a long time. She is. She is. Well, I'm going to play a little bit more of this here.
Life isn't how she thought it would be. Exactly. They had pictured this whole, just being able to live their best life, not realizing how many people would be gravitating to this case. And a lot of that is because of our commentary on it. And a lot of it's the drama. And it wouldn't surprise me because this right here sounds like a very specific person's doing. And then I found that very specific person in and around that community, in and around about this time. So it makes me wonder if he wanted to set them up, if he is the one that gave them the advice to do this. Or if he gave the hate channels this advice and they relayed that to them. And they thought this was a good idea because this person said this other criminal said so. Somebody didn't play the tape through. They know I'm very tenacious, and when there is a crime committed against me, I will fight. And this is so clear cut, and I've got so much overwhelming proof and evidence on my side that they're going to have some problems, some major problems. So like I said, I'm going to wait until I get my paperwork served to me at home. Again, it's going to be after the 8th. I mean, it just is what it is. Because
Now, does anyone know if they can go back in front of the judge and be like, the Proudfoots, Katie, can go back in front of the judge and be like, since you haven't served her yet, can I extend it out? Like, I don't know if that's a possibility in this type of order of protection. I don't know because I've not really ever been involved in anything like that. So, hey, unsupervised maniacs. I was going to drop your link because she just released a very, very good video about T-Rev. And I didn't get to watch all of it, but I have it in like my save to watch. So please, everybody, I think you can drop a link if you would like to drop that link to your thing. It's very good, guys. So, and I think she might be getting a little pushback from a few people. I think I read on her community post. Please go support her if you can. T-Rev has done a lot of things. He's another guy. Let's lie about cancer. Let's lie about everything, so please, I'm glad you stopped by because I about forgot. Thanks for coming in here, Unsupervised Maniacs. Your video was freaking amazing. So they can proceed with a hearing since Betty's knowledgeable. She's aware. See, I keep reading different things about that, Granny. I keep hearing that she has to actually be served to be aware, but she's very aware. That's the thing. You know what I mean?
Some states it's not in person. Some is the house, the address is served.
Sometimes it's the house, the address that's served.
Can be.
It can be. Is
Not
the state
all.
of Florida that way? Do you know?
I don't know. Some states you got to put it in your hand. Some states you can serve the house. Every state's
Well, what if no one lives there with her?
I just like I said, it all depends. I just know that is part of the thing. Every state has their own way of how you have to properly be served.
They can also serve via certified mail, right? I was thinking certified mail too.
Again, some states don't allow that because they don't want the postal service handle. It has to be a courier of the court.
Right. No, ex parte means it's in your absence. The order stands as we speak. The only thing pending is the end date. Okay. Just because they're military, they have been given status they don't deserve. They have been given a status they don't deserve. I don't know what you're meaning by that. Karen, what do you mean? They've been given a status they don't deserve because they have a missing child and they haven't been found guilty of any wrongdoing. Is that what you mean? So they should be stripping of everything. Everything should be taken away. Even they should be homeless right now because their son's missing and there's no evidence that they have done anything to this child. So they should live on the street. Is that what you're saying, Karen? I just want to know, where's the due process in that Betty says so much about? Due process, due process. She wants due process, but the Proudfoots do not deserve due process because there's not enough evidence of anything. So Karen, you need to come to the front of the class since you want to do it in chat. What status are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? Are you going to just stay in the bushes now, Karen? Karen. Oh, your name is probably very fitting too, by the way. There's no proof that he didn't run away. Exactly. There's no proof that there's foul play. 3 parents are cooperating. Karen, you definitely chose the right name. Well done. They got, okay, preferential treatment. That doesn't give others due process. Well, I don't understand what you mean. That's Betty's hate coming out. Well, then I guess I can go in here like this. Surprised I didn't turn this on before. Well, until they're proven guilty, I don't believe that they were giving special treatment. I don't think that they got any treatment. I don't think that they've been given any special treatment on military. I know of military people that have gotten themselves into trouble and they paid the consequences for that. So, I mean, you have a right to your opinion, though. Let me state that you have a right to your opinion, but I don't agree with it. Respectfully speaking, I don't agree with it. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you. If you can be, kind and respectful in the chat, stick around. But we're not going to bash any of the parents over here. That's the problem, because I don't have any evidence that says that anyone. Oh no, I can't ride out with that, Karen. Cops look away when you are military. Good old boys. Thank you, in my opinion. Okay. I can't agree with that 100% because I don't think I'm not denying that there's not a good old boys club, but I don't think that all military people get a pass. That's not correct, in my opinion, but you have a right to yours. Okay, let's continue. I have another timestamp written down here, but I can't remember what it was for. Let's just go look. Was like 46.
The problem is I wonder what Chris and Katie say, because they have a document on record of Sebastian self-harming. And this has been my
it
question.
was this. It was this. Did you guys hear that? It's around. Yeah. Let's listen to that again.
Privy to see them because he's not allowed to show them.
I have it all the way turned up.
But from the description that's described is that there was multiple incidences in that house. There were multiple, not one, not two, multiple incidences in that house where CPS was investigating the Proudfoots for abuse. Multiple. The problem is I wonder what Chris and Katie say, because they have a document on record of Sebastian self-harming. And this has been my...
She just said that there is a document of him self-harming. I don't know. Have you guys heard that before? I think so. I'm going to, she has a right to her opinion. I don't stand with her opinion. She could be part of that, Bullhorn Betty's right and everybody else is wrong. Nobody else has a right to say. I'm not saying she is. I do not know. But at the end of the day, I don't think that the military, no matter what, should ever be stricken from their military services. They should be punished if they commit a crime to the fullest extent of the law. That's the land that we live in. But have you guys heard that Sebastian self-harmed himself. I've never heard that, guys. Now, I can't keep up with everything. Let me read this. Karen asks, Karen's bad at, well, says, I know Marines don't show you favoritism 100% guarantee. You screw up, that's your problem, not the corpse, right? Like I said, I have family that's been in the military and they've broken the law. They have been punished for it. My uncle that's now deceased, he had gotten himself in some trouble when he got out in, like, I don't know, early 2000s, and he got a ticket. He didn't, and it was exactly what a regular citizen would have received. So yeah, and that's why I think a lot of us are very defensive, because what you said, Kim, is very true. Our military lately have been getting, not treated so kindly, and they barely, some military in the beginning barely have enough money to even survive, but they're the first to go whenever our country needs to be defended. And that's the freaking problem with me. Okay. I'm like, no, not a lot of us have the balls to stand up and go defend our country. Yes, this is how Bets makes her money, in my opinion. Well, she makes her money off of YouTube. She doesn't have another job. So that's Seth's department is embarrassed of his words. That could be. I've not heard that. Ever since the Wienergate, I don't. I kind of stayed to myself from over at Seth's place. I'm not invited anymore for lemonade. They said you got to get out of here. I said okay. Yeah, I've not heard that, so I can't honestly say that they're embarrassed. I haven't heard any of his peers come out and speak. I've only heard of the TikTok Tony and Taco come out. So I could be wrong. I mean, I'm old. I could be wrong 98% of the time on shit sometimes. Well, they looked away when Nina was banging on Ellie door in Tennessee when CP's sister told CP to back over Nina when he jumped in her car. And that was a story that someone else said. I don't know all the facts to that, Karen. So we don't, that's the story that she told. We weren't there. We don't know exactly what happened. I don't know if the police told them to, I think the police even told them to leave and let her be. I'm thinking. So, I don't know. So she better show up, because she's very aware of this. I mean, she spent how many hours now on social media talking about it and researching her name on Tennessee website. Does Betty not realize Seth has CPs on him too? Exactly. I think that both families have had some, I'm getting a thunderstorm. I believe that both families, mother and father, have had some calls on them, in my opinion. I don't know how deep they go. I have no idea. So Mama Bear says, my ex was military. I pressed charges on him for DV and R. He was dishonorably discharged before he was put into prison. So I disagree, Karen. Well, I mean, there's a situation there, Karen, that maybe you can write down for reference in the future, maybe. I don't know. Karen, are you talking about taking Nina's word for that? Are you a family member? Right. We don't know. We weren't there. And at the end of the day, she did receive her child. I don't know what kind of vile words were spoke between both of them. I don't know the situation I know divorces get ugly. I do know that. We can look around the world and see that for ourselves. I don't know how things happen between her. I'm not standing up for Chris Proudfoot, and I'm not standing up for Nina. I basically have to say that I wasn't there. I don't know. Just like with missing Sebastian, I don't know. I'm not there. I can only put what the court records say, what the police TBI have put out. That's all we can go on. Karen is drinking the Kool-Aid. Karen, try doing some research for yourself, real research. You may be shocked. Right, Karen. Haha, that's when I found you, Lady K. I don't know when you found me, but I'm glad you did because I was lost. I'm like, shit, Lazy Wolf, thank you for finding me. I've been trying to tell Betty to go find God because when she does, hallelujah. Okay. Karen, how dare you, though, right? I heard it only from the bias alleged tip line. So Betty decided to continue on spewing off her stuff today, which was not, in my opinion, her best choice to do, because I think that this is going to be used, against her in the court of law.
Question from the very beginning. One of the very first videos that I stated was, is it possible that Katie and Chris have been hiding abuse by just saying that he did it to himself? And I truly believe that that is the case.
Did you hear what she just said there? Wow.
Good morning, Betty. I believe soon.
She said, so this whole sentence here is what she said, is that there have been reports that the son has self-harmed himself, and that's not the case, that the parents, the mom and the stepdad, were actually hurting him and just saying that he was self-harming himself. If that isn't some twisted shit to say, So I want to ask you this, Miss Karen. After I read this, I'm going to ask you a question. No, the whole family terrorized Nina on the highway when she picked up her baby. You should know the situation. You are a woman and you need to know how calculated they are. I am a woman. That is, you do have that correct. I was born a female. And so that statement is true. Second, I don't know if the family terrorized Nina all the way down the highway because, ma'am, I wasn't there. I don't know the whole situation. And I shouldn't know the whole situation because that was a situation that happened before the marriage of Katie Proudfoot and Christopher Proudfoot. Now, if you want to say, well, it does matter because it's history. I can go through a lot of people in life that has had bad marriages and they do not carry themselves the same in the next marriage because it takes two to tango, in my opinion. I don't believe that women need to be abused. I stand against abuse of any kind. However, I don't know what happened. I have no idea, ma'am. And I want to ask you this question now. Are you a relative, Miss Karen, to the either family? And were you present there that day? Because you act like you really know what has happened that day. And if so, if you were there that day, would you like to come onto this panel and speak about the events that happened that day if you were there with proof? I'll be more than happy to let you come on and voice your opinion because it does matter to you. Now, I'll wait for your response, ma'am. Lazy Wolf, Karen, neither parent has been cleared. We don't even know what happened. I am not sticking up for anyone, but I have seen Betty conning people since 2021. Right. 131 watching. Hit the thumbs up, matching comment. Oh, thank you very much. Clearly, the judge in New Mexico feels Chris needs anger management and parenting classes because he ordered it. Well, that might be a good idea. Yeah, that might be a really good idea for Mr. Proudfoot. Very good idea. And if a judge orders it, he needs to get it done ASAP. Period. Crafty Girl says, Karen, you really need to back down from taking one person's words as facts. Yes, many of his co-workers were pissed about their PTO and SES actions. Okay. Granny's Watching says Nina never posted her children on social media until this case. She totally milked Sebastian's disappearance for her own revenge. And that's what I heard. I never looked Nina up on Facebook because at the end of the day, in my opinion, people, they need to know the history of Christopher and Katie Proudfoot. I agree, because history, does matter with people's attitudes and stuff like that. But you can't carry, a lot of people don't carry the same baggage relationship to relationship if they're mature adults. And that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Oh, you found me during PP Gate. Oh, I know a lot of people have. I'm so sorry that I put you guys through that. Oh, it was terrible. I feel bad for Tony. The more she talks, the worse she makes you. I know. I wish, if guys, I'm having a thunderstorm, so if I cut off, it's not that I split real quick. It might be my electricity, because where I'm located, sometimes my electricity goes out during thunderstorms, and so does my dang internet, and it really aggravates me. So, if Chris Proudfoot is so abusive and dangerous, the courts wouldn't have allowed him to get Faith this summer. That there's some truth to that too. And that, we don't know that. That's the problem that I have. We don't know the whole information. We don't know the entire family dynamics to make a for sure opinion on the guy, him or Seth or Katie. That's the thing. I'm just out here like, whatever oh boy, my lights flickered. I'm just like, whatever comes of this is what it is. When the law says happened, then we have to believe the law, and then whoever's responsible is going to get in trouble for it, and they're going to probably see a lot of prison time. So, and it is what it is. What are you smoking, Karen? I invited Karen up if she is part of the family and she knows. As a woman, we all witness CP behavior online. Yes, we have. And he has been married 5 times. You are correct, Karen. We have seen his behavior online. He comes out hot. He sure does. He absolutely does. But I can't say language. Oh, do you guys hear that? Oh my God, that was lightning. Holy macaroni. Sorry for that loud sound, but it scared the shit out of me. I can't really say how he is in person. I don't know. Right? I don't know. Karen, I also witnessed Seth being aggressive and sexual man. That's true. Shall be labeled everything said as factual thereafter. And that's true. Granny's Watching. Seth has came out as well. So both the gentlemen, here's the problem. Okay, I'm just going to be with you real freaking quick. Okay. Here's my opinion. The stepdaddy and the daddy have showed their ass. Okay. I'm just going to be 100%. Okay. We're going to quit beating around the damn bush. Okay. I'm just going to be honest with you 100. From my point of view, this is just opinion. They both have came out here publicly and showed their ass. My opinion on Miss Katie Proudfoot, she has stayed back, and there could be many reasons why. We do not know how she is dealing with this. I'm going to tell you, people have a fight or flight mode when something horrific happens to them. I can tell you a couple situations in my personal life. I stood my ground and I ran like hell. Okay. I'm just going to tell you, and they were terrifying situations. One, I stood my ground, and the other one, I ran like hell. Okay. You don't know why she's staying back. You don't know how she's feeling, but I can say the 2 fathers, the stepdaddy and the daddy, have literally showed their ass cheeks on these YouTube streets. Period. There you have it. That's my opinion. Are you happy, Karen? There you go. Do I think he's abusive? I think that if he was that abusive of putting his paws on somebody, he would be sitting in prison. And that's my opinion. And if he hasn't, then the people that he's abused should have turned him in. Period. Okay, there you go. You happy? There you go. Now, Karen, I'm going to kindly ask you to quit defending him in the comments, or not, cut it out. We're going to move on about the Seth in the Chris shit. Okay, we know that they both showed their ass. All right, thank you. And if you don't, I'm going to have to show you the damn door. Oh, got me all crazy. That thunder scared the shit out of me. Oh, we would all want courtesy of innocent until proven guilty. That's true. Just because they showed their ass doesn't mean they're guilty of anything, right? Just because you show your ass cheeks all over the YouTube streets doesn't mean you have done something. Captain Betty is allowed to do what she wants with her mouth, right? I mean, Karenina didn't come out for Sebastian. Nina came out for her own agenda. Accepted. It didn't work. Chris still got to see his daughter, right? And at the end of the day, Karen, all right, okay, I'm done with you. Sorry, guys, I'm done with that chick. She's not on our, she's in here just to stir shit, so she had to go. So I don't like to block people or remove them because I think people have a freedom of speech for real, not just if you agree with me. But it's just annoying as shit. Okay, quit being a freaking mosquito, lady. Okay, ugh. So we ain't got to worry about her now, guys. Military veterans have earned their benefits. Gray Wolf, yes, they do, 100%. I'll tell you one thing. Nina coming out using her child against Chris on social media is really bad. No, I'm sure it backfired. Here's the thing. As much, I was just told I was a female, which I already knew that. Born a female. Okay. So I've been a female for many years of my life now. One thing that you don't do as a parental, and most moms will probably agree, right? Duck, Lady K, I'm telling you. Most mothers that are in a divorce situation and the kids go see the daddy and the daddy then brings the kids back every other weekend, summer vacation, shit like that. Even if the dad's a real piece of shit, we don't have to tell our children their dad's a piece of shit, because as the years go on, they figure out that their daddy's a real piece of shit. All right. And they know who took care of them and who didn't take care of them. So it saves us women a lot of heartache and a lot of headache to continually downgrade the daddy or the mom. It can go either way. The other parental, to let them know what a big piece of shit that parent is. They will know in a long run who is what and who's where and who's been there for them. So to bring the dad, I'm not just talking about this situation, any situation, to bring the parental out on a public platform and air his dirty laundry, she wasn't really thinking about her child, in my opinion. Now, and I am not a Chris Proudfoot fan. I think he did show his ass on these YouTube streets, but it doesn't make him guilty of anything yet. Okay. But he did show his ass. He was very aggressive. He's hot-headed. He, likes to play a little, maybe I don't get his personality, but in my opinion, he was kind of aggressive. But so Seth was sexually aggressive, in my opinion. So, I mean, tit for tat, you know what I mean? But in my heart, she should have not have done that. So, in my opinion, Betty is interfering with Sebastian's case. In my opinion, normal people do not insert themselves in missing children's cases. She is not LE, not a PAI, not a reporter. I disagree with her behavior. And you know what a lot of us do? And that's why we do commentary on her bullshit, because she is none of the above that you just said, ma'am. So what does being married 5 times have to do with anything? I'm sure there's a few in this crowd right here that's been married more than once, twice, maybe 3 times. I agree. I have someone in my damn family that she's old now. This lady been married so many times, and she's the sweetest damn lady, honey. She has made poor, shitty choices in husbands. But I'll tell you what she wouldn't do. She would never harm a child. Now, she might harm somebody else for harming a child, but she would never hurt a child. And so I have to agree with that. I hope my husband would protect me if needed it. Sit down, Karen. Right? And I think that's a lot. He just didn't know how to do it. I think Chris, he was coming out hot to protect his wife. And I get it. And I don't think he understands the repercussions on coming on social media. Like me now, I'm ready to be criticized. Hell, I was already drug up on, already talked about yesterday for saying something that I didn't really say. So I had to go up on someone else's panel today to clarify exactly what I said, which, hey, so I'm ready for it. You know, it's going to happen. And you have to have broad shoulders and thick skin if you're going to do this type of shit, because people come for you. And Chris didn't realize how deep these trenches get. And that's my opinion. Chris was responding to his wife's trauma being blistered by so-called professional, right? And that's the thing. Betty acts like she knows so much about everything. Heifer, you don't know everything about everything. You're human, dummy. She is. I agree with you, Kim. Yep, I agree with that. I agree with that. So do you guys think that... Thank you, Davey. I mean, I try, it's just life lessons, right? I try to look at everything that I run into in my life, past and present, as a learning experience. I don't get pissed off. I just try to learn it as a learning I don't try to defend my mistakes. I'm like, well, shit, I did fuck up. Let me see how I can do better next time, because I'm probably going to come across it again. Right? Yeah. Right. I'm sorry, guys. I had to kick Karen. I'm sorry, but I hate to do that because I like everyone to have their opinion. But, shit, I think it ain't Karen did fit her. I'm way behind in this chat. Sorry, guys. Let me go down here. I don't mean to skip your thing when we try to catch up a little bit and see where we're at, because I guess I'm way far behind. I know. That's how I feel about... What did Eric say? Hang on, let me see. Someone picking on Mama Bear. Eric, I did. Well, maybe you can type it again. She can handle herself. I know Mama Bear. It says people don't realize we are meeting these people for the first time under great grief. I couldn't imagine how I would behave. And that's the thing. You know what I mean? Just like with Katie, you have no idea what this... Now, I do know, because it was mentioned on a late night stream that I watched with Katie Proudfoot on that stream. And it was mentioned that she is going through counseling. I don't blame her. I would too. I would have to be going to counseling as well. Chronicles of the Shady. I love her videos, that person's videos. I don't know if it's a girl or a guy, I don't know, but I love that video, her videos. Anyway, I would have to be going to some really, really intense counseling. So I don't know. People have a different way to respond to traumatic situations. She may be someone that is cowering in, and Chris is her front guy. I don't know. So no one can really say how she should act. Now, in my point of view, if my son was missing for these many days, I would be out here. I'm rough, turning over every boulder, every rock, but that's my personality. Okay. You couldn't hold me in my house. I mean, I would literally start at probably in Alaska and knock on all those doors and just keep heading down the United States of America. And if you wouldn't let me in your house, then you probably got my son. But that's my way of thinking. I'm an aggressive person anyways, but not everybody is. You know what I mean? That's not everybody's personality. Some people, I'm saying that now, but my son hasn't been missing for several months. I'm just saying, and the police may have asked her not to do it. And they may be still saying, not to go. And she's doing what the police have asked her to do. Would I try to, get me a team of people like my immediate family and be like, listen, I can't go, but I need y'all to start in Alaska and work our way down and knock on every door. It might take us 20 years, but I need to find my boy. Okay, I didn't know that you can handle your own self, Mama Bear. So tag me if something gets crazy. Or you know what to do? You got a wrench. I cannot begin to imagine every parent's worst nightmare. Absolutely, every parent's worst nightmare. So I can't even begin to think every single night going to sleep, not knowing where my son is, if they are innocent, because they are innocent until proven guilty, or also think about this angle. What if she knows what happened? What if she can't even bring herself to even talk about it? All these kind of things run through my mind. I don't even know where to begin. You know what I mean? But so far, there's no proof that and there's been any foul play. So I still have to ride on the thought that they don't know until TBI comes out here and says they are 100% being charged with the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers. I have to keep an open mind because I would want the same done for me. What if I don't have any kids at home. All my kids are damn grown and pay too many damn taxes. But if my son was missing, and what would you all come for me? I know I wouldn't do anything to my kids, So I would want the same respect. Yeah, everybody's so judgmental. People are way too vocal about their judgments. It's more about them than whoever they're talking about, right? I swear my stream regarding BHP makes my blood pressure rise so damn high and my fingers just keep running. Can't imagine watching her at 6 a.m. without someone reviewing. I'd punch a wall. I have to do it in breaks. I'm just going to be honest with you. Okay. I'm just going to be honest with you. I have to listen a little bit, stop and take the dog for a walk. Then I'll come back and I'll be like, oh, because I talk about her. I want to see what the next bullshit she's going to pull because she puts out a lot of false information. And I don't think it's fair. So if she can put out false information, we should have the right to come back in here and tell her that she's full of flying shit. I would have 100% lost my shit and be serving my own search warrants until my baby was in my arms, period. No sleep until my baby was home, plain and simple. And that's my personality too. I can only speak for myself. I don't know what she's feeling. Whew, honey, I would hate to begin that I had a situation with my son 30 years ago when my son took off with another kid and they were 15. They both traveled together and they were gone for about 7 days. I tracked his ass down. They were somewhere together and the police did the same thing. They said, well, he's a runaway. No shit, Sherlock, but he's 15. He can't take care of himself. And he's in a bad situation. So they wouldn't help me. So I made up my own missing flyers. And I heard from the friends that they were in the St. Louis area, which we never lived in St. Louis. So they had to hitchhike there. Now this is 30 years, 25 years ago, 30 years ago. So I went to this, I believe it's been so long, the south side of St. Louis. And I put up all these missing flyers because they weren't in the good part of St. Louis. And the police are like, you can't go there after dark because you are something can happen to you. I said, let me tell you what, let some dumb idiot come across me. I'm looking for my son. They're either going to move out the way or they're going to help me. It took me 3 days in that area and I found my boy and I got him up by his ear. And I'm not kidding you. I grabbed him by his ear and I said, get in the car, boy. Yes, I did. I found my son. I didn't give a damn what part of town and people did help me. They did not try to hurt me. I'm going to be honest with you. No one tried to hurt me. They're like, what does he look like? And they helped me. Someone on the street took me to where he was. So screw the police. But I didn't give up. He wanted to run away and smoke cigarettes with his friends. And that sounds stupid, but at 15, that was his thinking. And yeah, and it was social media wasn't so much back then. Oh, they would have had fun with my son's case because he wanted to smoke cigarettes. Yeah, right. He did. I can't help it. I'd be fuck with social media if my kid went missing. I'm quiet, awkward, have social anxiety to extreme, and trip over my words in normal combo. Camera and SM would make it. See, exactly. That might be her. You know what I'm saying? That might be her. We don't know her personality. It might. And I heard her on a live just, I think, 2 times. Her demeanor is very soft spoken. Okay. She talks she talks like, she didn't seem like she had a lot of anxiety at the moment, but I could be wrong. But she's very soft spoken. So I come off aggressive, so everyone like, yeah, we didn't expect anything less out of you. Well, she move, get out the way, or come with me. I don't see her saying that, but then I have to say, that's you bring out a hell of a bitch when you start messing with somebody's kids. So I just don't know. That's the thing. Chris and Katie are doing things behind the scenes to search for their child. They do not want to put it out. They could, and that's the thing. We don't know exactly what's being done. Like I said, we're not living in their house, people. We don't live in the Proudfoot's house. We don't even live in the Bowersock's house. We don't live in the Bullhorn Betty's house. Okay, we don't know, but we know what is put on social media. Bullhorn Betty makes it very clear, cut, dry, what her intentions are. Okay, Bullhorn Betty does not do very good things for people that have missing children. We've seen this over and over and over again. She goes in to cause drama, in my opinion. She says, and I have a history of addiction, been clean for 7 years, but know the internet would make assumptions, even though I'd never touch it again. Good for you for your sobriety, Casey. And you know what? They would. They would, baby. They would drag you from one end of this YouTube street to the back alleys. Not even joking. They painted sunset you posted almost to a T have the same thing someone painted one of our boys. Weird, but a nice fix. Huh, Eric Jasper. When was it paint? When did they give to your one of our boys? When was it given to one of your boys, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, that was a sip and paint thing that I attended. But I never said I was an artist. She is. Oh, little Irish girl, good for you. Oh, last year. Oh, that's cool. I just did mine. What was it? Was it Tuesday? Sometime this past week. I don't know. My days go into each other just because I don't really keep track of time. We're on retirement time, honey. No, I'm not old enough to retire, but my husband is. And thank you, Kinsey, for the memberships. Whoever got one, please make sure that you thank her for that. That was so kind of you. So let's listen to what else this crazy nut had to say.
Something is going to break, and people.
We can barely hear her.
Justice for Sebastian. Your imminent threat for sure for the truth to come out, and they don't want that. What cases have you solved? What cases have you solved? I mean,
I love someone in the chat said, what cases have you solved? But listen to what she says right here.
Solve cases. I'm not a detective.
She says, I don't solve cases.
Detective. I research cases. I advocate for victims of crime. I do investigative reporting on these cases. What? And if you really want to know something about it, one, we did find Gabby Petito's water bottle. And two,
that was fake. That was planted. Quit your lying, girl. Girl, quit it.
Did find what was that lady's name in Pasco County? The one the Colin Knapp. What was her name? I remember the assailant, Colin Knapp. We pointed the neighbors into the specific location of that lady. The only reason why we couldn't go back there and find her is because of a freaking swamp. And at that time, I had no wading gear. And there were literally water moccasins in the pond that I had to go across to get to it because it was on the back of his house. So we don't solve cases. We help bring answers to cases.
Betty, you are lying like an old dog. Okay, you're lying like a dog. You don't. Well, at least you admit that you don't solve cases, but you claim that you solve cases and you find missing children.
Help advocate for cases. And I get so sick and tired of people getting it twisted in an effort.
Well, she is telling the truth, though. She does bring awareness. It's not good awareness, Okay, it's not good awareness that you bring cases. You bring drama and bullshit and lies, in my opinion, to these cases. Okay, wow. BHB is so delusional. I know. We're all gonna file a. Can we file a motion, Judge? We want orders of protection for Betty's cleavage. He said, no, she isn't even licensed. She was going to them Home Depots and Lowe's, in my opinion, to see if they had CP. I know. I was like they're just going to give you that information and be like, here, Bets, why don't you come in the back office, Inspector fucking Gadget, and we're going to sit down with you and we're going to let you just roll the beautiful bean footage for Bullhorn Betty. Bullhorn Betty, shut the hell up, you nut. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, get the hell out of here. Look, I lost my mom unexpected almost 2 years ago, and I thought I would not be able to get off the ground, but totally opposite. She was my honey. Well, I'm sorry you lost your mom. That's funny you say that. My mom today had her. She had her. I don't mean to tell my mom's business, Mom. Because my mom does watch my streams like that late at night. Mom, if you hear this, I'm sorry, but I'm going to talk about your hernia. My mom, and I named him because my mom had fought, and some of you that watch me, like my mom fought cancer, is fighting cancer still. She takes the pill. She don't have to take that IV anymore. But she had a colostomy bag because she had rectal, colon. She had rectal that metastasized into her colon and kidney. So they had to put a colostomy bag, a temporary one, to do something else. Okay. So anyway, she got the reversal a couple years ago. Well, somehow she got this big ass hernia, and I named it Henry the hernia, and it stuck out of her stomach like a head. So I named him freaking, Henry. So my mom today, this morning, and she's in another state. So I wasn't able to take care of her. I have 5 brothers. They're able to take care of my mom. So she had Henry put back into place. So, I know what it's like for our parents to be sick. I don't know how your mom passed away, but my mom has fought to stay alive, girl. Okay. My dad, however, has passed. It'll be a year ago, September the 13th. And he was my BFF. My dad was a ride or die kind of guy. Okay. He knew, now that man knew everything about everything. And he was human. But I'm sorry for your loss, sweetheart. And my title says I need I was wanting to get me a press pass, but they say I can't have one. They say I'm not going to that court. I don't know if you guys heard the beginning of this, but they said They said nope. Queen Bee said I'm going to have to ask you not to come. Not coming. Yeah, I don't want you to come, ma'am. But somebody in my chat gave me the best idea. Send somebody else that don't know anything about it. Send a family or friend. I got to sit and stew on that for a little bit, think about it. Because if I go ahead and go and if something happens up on either side, they're all going to try to say I did something, I disturbed the case and all. So I don't want that kind of pressure. You know what I mean? It's not really that important to me. Loves, I lost my husband 22. I've lost 3 shepherds in the last month. I'm struggling mentally. These channels help me. Well, I'm glad you're here. If I'm live, come over here. If you just need someone to pick you up and give you a hand up, we're here. Believe me. Yeah, my dad. I miss my dad. My dad was the best. But my mom did make it out of surgery, by the way. My brother did call me, and she's super good. A little loopy, of course, but she's gonna be good. Wear a mustache. They'll never right. I'm gonna wear a mustache and be like, it's not me. It's not me. Well, they wouldn't even know it's me anyway, because I don't show my face on here. That was gonna be my reveal of who I was. Too. It's gonna be a big day. Right. But I was told don't do it. I had to go up on because someone, I don't know if because you guys in here earlier, like someone was spreading a rumor about me. I was going to go to Tennessee because they thought I assumed that Queen Bee was going to be there. I never said that bullshit. I said I was going to Illinois because I'm taking a vacation. I'm going to be up in that area, not where Queen Bee lives, but in the Chicagoland area. And I'm like, hell, I'm just going to take the 2.5-hour drive over there and check out the court cases. I've been following it for over a year, and I'm going to take me some notes. Well, someone went over there and tried to start some shit. and I overheard it, so I had to straighten that shit out. She had a surgery and he messed up. And oh my God, that's horrible. That's horrible. Milwaukee. I am familiar with Milwaukee. I was totally going to go. I was so excited. Says Kinsey, I'm sorry to hear, and I'm down mentally, but we're all here together. That's right. We all got something we're working on, baby. I think we all get through life working on something. We're none of us are perfect. Some of us on here claim to be perfect, but ain't not one of us perfect. We've all had demons, struggling with demons, got through with demons. You know what I mean? We all are struggling with something on a daily basis. And it's not what we're struggling with. It's how we get through that struggle. Okay. And don't let nobody else tell you any different, baby. Okay. No matter what channel you hit and you go in and see and they don't accept you, it's how you walk through that struggle. It's who the hell you really are. And don't ever forget it. And ain't nobody told you they love you today. I did. Yeah. You beautiful people. She's 63, still working at the hospital for 24 years. Wow. Wow. Born to roll up bets. Right? I really wanted to interview Betty. Because see, Betty doesn't know who I am. I'm like, hello, Betty. I'm YouTube Press. I'm here to interview you as they walk out of the courtroom, right? Outside. I just had this picture in my head. So I'm going to be standing outside with me a little microphone, right? That hooks to my phone. They sell them at Dollar General for like $1.99, super cheap. I was going to hook it in my phone, be like, here, I'm YouTube Press. And I would like to know how you thought your court case went today, Betty. And then when the attorney walked out, I was go, hello, attorney. I am YouTube Press. How do you think? It would have been amazing. But they ruined my day. You're in my thoughts and prayers, sweetheart. Yes, you are. I'm glad you made it over here. Mama Bear said it's glad to see you. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I thought I hit the right one. It's glad to see you. Amberly, I haven't seen you in so long. I hope you're doing well. Terry Bauer Socks and Maddie Batter Socks filed against Betty now. Really? Where did you see it? Drop the info, Cubs 23. Come on, drop that info, Cubs 23. And are you Cubs like for real Cubs, like Chicago Cubs? Don't even tell me you're a Chicago Cubs 23 like Chicago Cubs coming in with that info, baby. Lay it on us. I'll drop a link. Come on panel if you want. Tell me if you want to come on panel. I'll drop a link. Come up. Tell us. Come on. Don't hold back now. You can't come in somebody's chat, not fill us in. I don't know. That's what they said, Mama of the Gladiator. Okay, I'll tell you the story again because some of you just maybe coming in. Says, I just got to say it. Why would you going cause any issue? I find it weird that you got the reaction you did from that person. And if you guys want to hear hopefully I sounded respectful. DB, I think, was in watching her at the time. And she heard me. There was something being said that I was going to a different, I was going to Tennessee to see Queen. That's not why I was even going to the other court date. So Queen, I was listening to Queen and someone gave like 50 memberships for the people in the bushes. And I typed in the chat that I get, outed in the bushes. And that's what I put. And she's seen me comment. She's like, Lady K, did you go up on somebody's panel or this, that, and the other and say that because I was going to Tennessee? And I'm like, no. Well, she didn't read my comment. If she would have read my comment, then I very well would have just let it be what it is. I don't need that. It's too early for me to paint all, baby. I need my coffee and everything before I do shit. Have me jumping like that. Anyway. I went ahead and went up there and I said, no, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. Okay. but I told her if she thinks it would happen to harm her court, then I would not go. That wasn't my purpose, to be a cheerleader for her or a cheerleader for Bullhorn Betty is simply I followed it for a year, and I'm interested in the outcome. I'm interested on how the judge is going to perceive what Bullhorn Betty has been doing, because at the end of the day, I think that this court proceeding is going to be used in other lawsuits if that ever comes to be with other content creators. And that's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong, but I wanted to make my own special notes the way I viewed the court day, and that's it. But she asked me not to do it, and I said, I'll give you my word that I won't go. And I'm a person of my word. A couple things mean a lot to me in my life: my word and the way my armpits smell. I'm joking. No, really, my word really means a lot, you know? So you only got a couple things in life, and if you have to be a liar, then you're not much, in my opinion. Where'd the Cubs go? Okay, here he is. Cubs 23. I did a screenshot of the post, not sure how to get it to you. Well, where did you see it? Do you know how to use StreamYard, Cubs 23? Because if you do, you can get up here and tell us where you found it, and we can research it right now. Lady K, what's your email address? Oh, yeah, I got one of those. It is. I got to look at it because I don't, check it often. Let me go over here and get it for you. Google. It is a Gmail. It's pretty easy too. I had to just write it down. I'll type it in the chat after I write it down. Give me a second, guys. I don't know if you guys are hearing all this rumbling outside, and I am like super impressed with the electricity and the Wi-Fi. It hasn't went out. It always does. Okay, I'm going to write this in my chat. Here's my email. And that is 3 L's because then it spells Lady K. All right. Shay, safe place. Right? It's taking a long time. And there we go. Okay. Shay, why do I see you around? How do I know you? Or not, don't know you, but you look familiar. This might be karma for getting Dawn Wells fired. She took full credit. She sure did. Yeah, I like storms too. Storms are like, I don't know, I like to light candles and stuff and listen to the storms. It's awesome. So, do you know how to use StreamYard, Cubs 23? Because if you do, I'm dropping that link, baby. You got to give us the 411. So the Proudfoots did it too. Oh my God, we've got to get the 411. I want to do my email right now. I'm going to my email right now. Hang on. I get so excited, right? I shouldn't be this excited about Bullhorn Betty and her messiness. Oh, I hope my internet's not going to go. Okay. Oh, I know for my thinks I was subbed up to Forgotten Whispers, and her thing got paused. I think from somebody. That sucks. Okay. You want to be a storm chaser when you're younger? Hell, I don't know if I'm that brave, okay? I like to watch it from my house, but she's going to lose her effing mind. Lazy Wolf, she's going to she might lose her hair. Like her hair's already running from her forehead. This is going to be on and popping if this is true. Like, I'm going to jump over it. Let's leave this one. Let's go. Let's see if she's made. Because if he knows, then if he or she knows Cubs 23, then it's got to her real quick. First we're going to check community tab. Right? Nope, didn't say anything. Well, we're going to check her live. If there's a new one. Nope, no new one. Okay, so it might not have got to her yet. So, okay, I'm so excited it'll be Glory. I know, right? I'm so excited because that one right there, I don't know all the information that Katie has on Bullhorn Betty for this to even stand. But I was just assuming in my mind that this was going to be against the Prophets because she was aggressive going to his car. She has, followed him, I think, around that shopping center, So, email sent. Email sent, guys. Come on. Oh, Lord have mercy. Screenshot. Okay, open up. Oh, I'm going to, you don't mind if I shared it? Make sure it doesn't have any of her information on here, guys. Hang on just a second. M to the F and G. Hot off the press, y'all. Do you mind if I share it? Cubs 23. I want to get her permission first because I don't, it's her stuff. But yes, it is. It's true. I've seen it. But I'm going to wait for her to answer. M to the F and G. M to the F and G. M to the, did she answer me? He answered me yet? Thank you, Cubs 23, for sharing that information with me. Breaking news. It is breaking news, baby. So wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Cubs 23, do you mind if I share it to our beautiful, you may share the pics. Yes, got you. That's why I wanted to make sure on this anywhere it doesn't show. I just want to double check. Okay. I'm going to because I do not, that right there is my biggest fear about sharing things. Like, please don't ever let me share anybody's info. That I would just take my whole damn channel down because I'll be like, nope, done. Okay, here we go, guys. Get ready to stream Snipe Betty, right? I know it. Okay. Hopefully this will not show a lot. Okay. There we go. Because I don't do this a lot. Now, how can we? Oh, there's a button to zoom in. I did this the other day. Maybe it only does it on still shots. So Bower Sox, Terry, Andrea Griffin. Oh, Lord. Now there's this one, guys. Screenshot if you need to. Let me put it on full effect here. Oh, wrong one, dummy. We'll get it. Okay. Take this one down. Thank you, Cubs 23, coming in hot off the press, baby. Hot off the press, honey. So there's the first one, and I'll have to take this one down. Hopefully you guys can see it. Screenshot, everybody. Screenshot, snappity snap. I got a phone call. Okay, wasn't anyone that, I don't know, spam. Okay. Now there's two of them, so I think it's somebody else too. So, I don't know. I didn't see. If you said it, I'm sorry, honey. I didn't see it. So, oh no, I'm not gonna go call nobody no. Now I can't call nobody no. Damn, I can't call somebody a liar. That's Bullhorn Betty because she's proved to be. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this one off, and I'm gonna go to the next one in the email because there's another one. I think 2 more filings. So maybe there's only one screenshot. Looks like there's only one. Hang on. So Terry. The only one I'm seeing is Terry. So I guess there's only one. Okay. Well, they said there's 2 more for BHB, so I don't really know. But I can go and look to where it's from real quick. So let me take down this. I'm going to leave that back up. Hang on a second. So everybody can see it in all its glory. And you can zoom in. Whoa, that's way too zoomed in. Holy, you snikey. Okay, there we go. I'm going to share this on the screen. There you go. Now, I do believe that this one will stand. I'm just saying. So now I'm going to sneak on over somewhere else real quick and see, because I know where it come from now. So, okay, and see if there is one for another person. O M to the G. Yes, there actually is. So I'll screenshot this too. And then how do I don't see, I'm not real good at this. Share maybe? Google. Well, anyways, there's one also that I'm seeing for a Matty. I don't see it on here though. Did I not look good enough? Yeah, I'm sorry. It's at the top. I'm crazy. I'm not looking. So if we look at the top, guys, let me zoom in. I'm crazy. Well, it won't let me show it from there. But if you look at the very top here, or it says Terry Bauer socks, and then right next to it, it says Maddie. Now, who's Maddie? I thought his wife's name was oh, maybe it's Kathy's first name. It could be that's Kathy. Okay. So I'm like, I thought her name was Kathy, but people do go by their, different names, like, on the streets. Okay. Well, I'm just here to say, bam. What a chicken shit, though, for real, running, and then makes a lucrative payday, right? So they're saying it's Maddie. Yep, I think so. That's what I think it is. So the bolster. Now what are we gonna do? She's gonna be so mad. We got to watch out. I got to keep going back to check for Bullhorn Betty because we know what's about to happen. Let's refresh, y'all. She about to lose her ever loving mind. She about to lose her mind. Everybody, she's gonna lose her mind. She's about to lose her mind. Thank you, everybody. A round of applause for Cubs 23 for bringing us hot off the press information. Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you. This is rich. I won't be able to eat dessert for a year, y'all. Right? I'm like, what? I can't wait to hear a response on this new court filing. I can't either. They're all just filing on her. Well, I'm pretty sure that the Bauer Sox one, if the other one doesn't stick, because I don't know what Bullhorn Betty actually really did, because Betty doesn't run 24/7. You know what I mean? She doesn't live 24/7. We don't really know all that she did that it may have intimidated Katie. We don't know, right? So, but we did see what she has done to Mr. Bauer Sox. Okay. So, I mean, that's aggressive behavior in my opinion. Oh, yeah, I'm sure Chris will find next. To me, I don't give two shakes to a dog's ass to Chris because, that guy to me, I'm not a real big fan of Chris. I'm not a real big fan of Seth. Now, to speak for the mother, she hasn't really came out and showed me to have an opinion on her yet. So I can't speak about it yet. I can't really go in on her because she's been really reserved and standoffish. And that could be for multiple different reasons that I'm not at liberty to say. There's a name on top. Yes, it's Terry. On the left hand, you see Terry Bauer Sox. Right hand, Maddie Bauer Sox, 59, age, female, white, ex parte, active. Date received 8/2. Age, Terry Bauer Sox is 66, so he's over. When are you considered a senior citizen, hubby? When are you considered like a senior citizen? Like in the court of law, like by the police?
Oh, I don't know. Some 62, some 65.
So 66 meets the requirement in your opinion? So he's 65, and I know that some states have different laws regarding senior citizens. Like they go in on your ass if you start harassing the senior citizens. So Terry Bauer Sox is 65, male, white, charge, not available. Warrant type, ex parte, warrant disposition, active. Date received 8/2 of 2024. Maddie Bauer Sox, age 59, female, white, Charges not available. Warrant type, ex parte. Warrant disposition, active. Date received, 8/2/2024. Andrea Griffith. Age, 44. Female, white. 8/2/2024. So they're matched. They both of them, all four of these little square boxes with the 2 Bauer socks and the 2 Andrea Griffith matches the date on both. So I'm not sure how well if you guys can see it or not. If it's 65, she's screwed. I don't know what Tennessee has. I know that a lot of states have, like, if you start messing with the senior citizens, they go hard and heavy on your ass. That's what I was saying. If this is against Terry Bauer Sox, the one that is already out before today, she's so screwed. Like, they don't play around. Look above that. Okay. Two more for BHB. What you want me to look at, sweetheart? What am I missing? What am I missing? Looks like they want to silence everyone, maybe getting closer to where I don't think that's true. I really don't. What's up? I don't think that's true. I think that they don't want people running their mouth out in front of their home or chanting and protesting to make a scene. And that's Bullhorn Betty. That's what she does. Did you miss what she did at Leilani's place? Did you miss that whole shit show? Then if you did, then you're new to this. Okay, thank you. The name on Facebook sender. Oh, let me see. Yeah. Okay. Got you. Well, that is definitely some hot information. We got to check back with Bullhorn Betty. We got to check back. Definitely got to check back. Hang on. We're waiting for some live information. Oh, I can't reach this page. I was like, what? She blocked me already? I'm waiting for that too. I'll be like, damn, I got to make a sock account. I don't want to have to do that. I think it's a Class C felony in the state of Tennessee. Mm-hmm. She acts like a drug, honestly, paranoid on the run. She's on the run, it seems. What's up? Did you she wasn't yelling out at either house? Okay, well, we know who you are. See you later. Bye-bye. If you think how she conducted herself outside of Leilani's house in that neighborhood when someone was down the street on hospice wanting to rest and die in peace, you're out of your effing mind. Okay? That's what's up, bro. Okay. If you think that shit was okay, what they did outside of Leilani's house with someone that was on hospice wanting to die in their own home in peace and quiet, dude, you need to have, or ma'am or sir, get your damn head examined and get the hell up out my chat. Okay? Bye. Don't let that door hit you where the good Lord split you. Only Betsy is getting an RO, not Dolly, not JLR, not anyone else. So just stop, right? They don't want the one that has the tendency to take a bullhorn. And she's also told all her people to come too. That's what people do, not listen to the things that Bullhorn Betty says. They just take what they want to hear. You got to listen to what this crazy broad really says. Come one, come all is what she said last night. Come one, come all. Everybody's welcome. She wants a shit show. That's what that Betty does not know how to conduct herself as a normal human being, in my opinion. Okay. The louder, the more shit that's stirred, the more views she gets, the more money she makes. Because She doesn't have a husband that helps her pay her bills. She doesn't have a trust fund that helps her pay her bills. She doesn't have a pool in her backyard like somebody other creators that her husband pays for. You guys know what I'm saying? So she's got to make money on this. Who's Nina? That would be Chris Proudfoot's ex-wife. The I didn't read what she did. Oh yeah. You'll have to rewind. You'll have to go back and watch. It seems I want to be real with you. Uh WSU mom Kim. I seen the shit you did in the Idaho 4 case, and I really don't like you. So I'm just gonna have to do myself a favor because what you did to them girls and what the shit you pulled off, I was around and I know exactly who the hell you are. So I'm gonna have to just do you a favor and myself a mental favor and have you leave. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. If you guys are friends with that lady, you guys were around. You guys know. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. You'll hear about it somewhere. I think. Oh, you do know. You did say it. Okay, thank you. I'm like some of you guys. If you guys know, you know. And it was been bothering me since she said something, and I'm like, if she keeps. I'll block her after I get off the live because I don't like to cause a ruckus. But I'm like, I don't like you, ma'am. I seen exactly what you did and the shit you did pull, and it was bogus as shit. Okay. And I've never heard her say anything about admitting to what she did, but she really made up some bad things about that. Thank you. Guys, I'm way behind in chat. So I didn't see all this. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm just now getting down here. I'm sorry. I'm super behind in chat. Let me get down here. I'm sorry, guys. You guys are trying to give me a heads up. Thank you. I was behind, but I finally was like, you know what? I can't do you. I'm just gonna have to be 100. I can't be not who I am. Nah, you're not. You don't have a place here with me. We don't know what she did off camera. That's exactly true. We do not know what the bullhorn did off a camera. That's funny. Little Irish girl, that is hilarious. Girl, stop it. Don't be sorry. I like when people don't put up with bullshit. Yeah, I was gonna I thought maybe she would just stop in and just, bounce back out. I'm like, if this chick says another thing, I can't ride with you. I just want people that I get along with, that I didn't see do really bad things on the YouTube streets. And what she did was really bad. And she really put those Idaho 4 girls through a lot of bullshit, and let them rest in peace, please. Let them girls rest in peace. You heifer. Now I could give her a cussing, but I'm not going to, because Lord going to take care of somebody like that. The Lord going to have something to say about that, baby. Okay, number 75. She number 75, baby. Betty had a hand in that too. I believe it. Betty has her paws dipped in everywhere, in and out everywhere. You know? Okay, let's check in on Betty. we got to refresh. Damn, nothing. Let's check community page. Nothing. Damn it, Daryl. I'm hoping she goes live. I hope she goes live, y'all. Well, you know what? I wonder, since she's in Tennessee, if they can serve her in Tennessee. If they just hypothetically speaking, if old Betty's driving down the road, eating her French fries and sipping on her soda, can they, pull her over for a traffic stop and say, "Oh yeah, we're going to hold you here because we need to serve you with a paper"? Can that be done? Yep, she was. You're not mistaken. Oh, what happened? So what I was trying to ask QB chat and we'll never go back. Betty said she was at her mom's. We know that was a lie, but she was in MS in Tennessee. Now, I thought she was at her mom's too. And maybe she wasn't. Maybe she was on the road, but I was just taking the chick for her word. I know she'd have to drop off the puppy to the mama's, or maybe she don't. Hell, I don't know. But someone watches the dog, the pup that she stepped on, in my opinion, and made it squeal like a pig, and then sent their, audience for offense money. But anyway, uh, I thought she was too, but I could be wrong. Chronicles of the Olivius and Betty considered her credible. Oh no, I don't think she's credible. I'm just saying, I don't think so. They would have the paperwork, but who knows? Yeah, I don't know if that's like, if they can. I don't know the sheriff server, so maybe possible. I Katie Caesar. I don't know. That's what I was like. If they can, just serve a paper. I don't know how it works because I've never been served anything like that. So I can't even speak from life experience. Oh, okay. It says, okay, she lied definitely and is up there. That's where I was lost. Yeah, she's definitely in Tennessee, baby. She's definitely up in Tennessee as we speak. She might have bailed ass now because as you see on the screen, she got a couple more. She got a couple more uh orders of orders of protection on her ass now. So she might have skipped state. She might be Betty might be on the run, honey. She might have got her this time. She might have got her a plane ticket and said, "I got to fly. I need to be airbound for a long time." She can she? I don't. Yeah, I don't know. My friend is a process server. Only way I know if you have knowledge, you're considered served. And she admitted it on live. She's aware. So she. Oh, really? Oop, doo 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 doo. She's on her way to a Trump rally, allegedly. Okay. And she won't go live at Trump rallies, I don't think. She is in Tennessee. I believe it. Yeah, I believe she's in Tennessee too. I think and someone was telling me that she's in the Clarksville. She's on the run like Ernie Shell. And someone wanted me to cover Ernie Shell. Used to cover Ernie Shell way, 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 way back in the day, a couple years ago. And I can't do it anymore. I feel like that gentleman has a mental condition and he gets on these kicks, you know what I mean? And I don't feel comfortable making fun of Ernie Shell anymore. Does he do good? No. Does he fabricate shit? Yeah. Is he kind of a little bit loopy, in my opinion? Yeah. I don't have it in me to make fun of him anymore because he needs help. And I'm not saying that to be like a fucking smartass. I'm saying I can't do it because I really think there's something loose upstairs with him severely, and I would want him to get help. And I would hope that he would have a people around him that would help him get help. So I can't do it. I'm sorry. Someone's like, when you start covering Journey Shell again? Nope, can't do it. People do Ernie Shell and they probably have a huge following and they make tons of cash apps and money chats and whatever the hell you get. But for me, nope, not in it for that. Hell no. I will feel I wouldn't be able to sleep at night knowing that I may have had him lose his ever loving mind for something that I said or did or not worth it to me. He needs help. Me too. He's definitely off the rails. And, he is definitely someone that uses people. I agree with you, Kim, 100%. But for me to follow him around on YouTube and shit, I can't do it. Not that I feel sorry. I don't feel sorry for him because he's a grown man and he knows that he's not working with the full deck, but he refuses to get the treatment and get better. But I don't want to be a part of him hurting himself, or that would make me feel shitty. Because I think that might be what happened, in my opinion. Someone's going to run him raggedly crazy, like, and hurt himself. And I don't want to be a part of that. Okay, let's check on Betty one more time. Well, I wonder if you can put on alerts, like, so I can get alerts. 'Cause I can't sub up to her. Because, no. Well, I'm going to keep an eye on the old Betster. I'm going to keep an eye on the old Betster. And if she pops up, I'm coming live again. And Mom be like, you're going to go live again. Like last night, I said, I'm going to go live again because look what they've done did. And he said, oh my gosh, okay. So if she comes live again, you know my butt coming live, baby. You know my butt's coming live again. And I'm going to keep my eyes on these YouTube streets because this shit's funny to me. Betty is getting exactly what Betty deserves. Betty has been, running amok in these streets. And it's about damn time somebody has taken her to the bank for once, to the courthouse. It's time someone has taken her to the damn courthouse. You know what I mean? So I'm here for the show. I'm here for the show. I am definitely here for the show. So be on Betty Watch. Yes. Somebody email. I want to see if I can hook my email up. So let me check my email real quick here. Take this off. See if we got any good information. No other information. I'm going to, if someone gets something and you want me to go live or whatever, let me know. I will definitely, look around and check my email and I'll have a live. That's fine. I'm so over her. She needs to be off YouTube. She's dangerous. Well, we got Molly Golightly off. That's the good thing. You know what I mean? She was off the streets. So, it's a good possibility that, she keeps running around doing crazy shit. She's going to get booted. It'll happen because, like,